There's something about us that ain't like other people. I want you to imagine everything you gave up to go get a piece of dope. Think about somebody trying to stand in front of you and tell you you're not going to get high today. Who can do that? Nobody. Could your kids stop you? Mine couldn't. My wife couldn't. The job couldn't. None of that. My own self-respect, I didn't have no more. At the end of the day, nothing could stop me from getting one more. And so that's a horrible thing to have when you're chasing dope. But it's an amazing thing to have when you're chasing living life. Imagine the energy and all of the effort and all of the time and all of the investing that we put into getting high. Imagine aiming that energy in a different direction for just 90 days. Yeah, I'm in here selling. Just 90 days. All of the stuff that we did to go get one more, I want to encourage all of us. Instead of aiming that energy towards something destructive, how about just for 90 days aiming it towards something constructive? Something like recovery. I want to encourage everybody in here to not come up with a plan on what you're going to do when you get out of here. I want to encourage everybody in here to come up with just one plan. No matter what, when I get out of here, the next 90 days, I am going to be in a meeting and nobody's going to stop me. Just like nobody can stop me what? Getting high. If you make that commitment to you, your life's going to be different. And Greg going to be asking you to come speak. There was something else that I struggled with, y'all. I didn't want to talk about it, especially in front of a bunch of dudes. I had some childhood trauma, man. I'm not here to blame what I did on that. But I feel it in this room. That's why I want to talk about it for a little bit. You know, I've come up in foster care. I'm from Detroit. I've been out here for about 5 years, just long enough for people to pay attention to you, make sure, man, you ain't on nothing slick. Like, they don't watch you out here. I live out here. You know. And I was in Indianapolis, but I'm from Detroit. And in Detroit, man, you know, my parents, they chose dope over me. And I shook my fist at God. I was mad at him. And I asked God that question. Why would you give me parents that picked dope over me? My parents was the type of parents that said, you know, we gonna come and get you, and we gonna get together, and everything's gonna be okay, and we gonna get a place to stay. And it happened. Finally, man, got a place together. Me and my brother, my mother, and my father, we all living under the same roof. My father was a hustler. My mother was a prostitute. She decided to stop doing what she was doing. He decided to stop doing what he was doing and go get a job. So he came home from work, where she was supposed to be. Back in those days, in the 70s, you know, the female stayed home and they cooked and cleaned and this and that, whatever. That's what she was supposed to do. But when he got home, guess what? She wasn't there. So I'm from a little small neighborhood, like maybe you from a small neighborhood. You know, when you're out there getting high, you move around about 3-4 blocks, right? And came home, couldn't find her, so he went looking for her. He found her. She's in a dope house. He kicked the door in, went up in there, he whooped the dude, drug her out by her hair, and as they got in the middle of the field, the dope boy stood on a balcony and fired him and killed my father. That was when I was 9 years old. Why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because I'm not the only person in here who has sustained some severe childhood trauma. I feel it, like the energy from it. And also, I ended up in foster homes, about 15 of them. Just nobody wanted me. That did something to me. Maybe you had some stuff that happened to you to make you feel less than. Of course, I sustained some things that do happen in foster homes. Read about it, you hear about it, I've seen it. It happens. I don't need to get off into what it is, because there's some people here who know exactly what I'm talking about. And so my point is that I had to get with that. Because I was the type that would come to a place like this, and I'd fatten up, I'd put on the 30 pounds, and I'd be looking good, and everything is cool, and then it's like time to go, and they get me a place, and I go into that place, and I get me a good job, and I start matching my clothes up, and I got some money and jewelry, and next thing I know, I start looking around the room for another broken female like me, and I get her, and next thing you know, now I'm thinking about getting a spot somewhere where we can be together, because I don't like her in the meetings with y'all looking at her like that. I don't like bringing my girls to know me, because I don't like how y'all look at her. You want to know what I figured out? I was insecure. Turns out I had some things that I need to work out in here. I was a master at dressing up the outside. Am I in the right place? Mm-hmm. I dressed the outside up. And I did that as long as nothing happened. As long as everything was cool, man, I kept that mask on, I kept that smile up, I pretended like I was real. I'm going around helping other people, and I'm the person that needs the most help. And what ended up happening this time is I knew I didn't know what to do. So I know this is a room full of men. And I do want to challenge all of y'all. Yep, it's one of me. I want to challenge all y'all. And the challenge is I want to encourage every last one of you to sit on your bed and just ask yourself this one question. Do I know how to live life without getting high? No. This is a question I want you to ask you. Ain't about me, ain't about him, ain't about them. It's about you. When you have that moment, when you ask yourself this question, I'm not talking about do I know how to get clean. Everybody in here, who in here is not clean? Right. So everybody in here know how to get clean. I'm not talking about getting clean. I'm talking about staying clean. I want you to ask yourself that question. Do I know how to stay clean? No matter what. And if you answer that honestly, something spiritual could really start happening for you. What? I'm going to tell you what it is. One of my biggest problems was I talk too much. I've always been good at talking, but I talk too much. The problem with talking too much is you can't learn nothing while you're talking. You can only learn while you're listening. And guess what I didn't know how to do? Listen. Listening is a gift. And people who talk a lot, like me, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. But what I'm really doing is I'm too insecure to say I don't know what to do. Hey, bro. I don't know what to do, man. See, we don't like people telling us what to do. Hey, man, go over there and grab me some coffee. You ready to fight, ain't you? We don't like that. Hey, that's cool. Watch this. Here's something we like. If you did it, I can do it. That's what we got in here. Ain't that us? Oh, if he did it, I know I can do it. Is that us? How about this? Here's a. Have you ever had a job and you went on there and you've been there 3 days and you look, you like, man, they doing all this wrong. This is all messed up. I know that. Am I in the right place? Yeah, that's us. Okay. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I don't like that. Tell me what you did. That's what I want to hear. That's what was told to me. And that's what we do around here. We tell each other what we did. If you make that commitment, your life gonna be different. You're gonna come up to me and say, oh, Nate, this, that. I'm gonna just, man, because it's not me. The people that do work from that moving forward, life's gonna be different. And the people who don't do work, if we lucky, we come back here again. It's okay. Love you, bro. That's a good dude right there, y'all. And you know what I found out about us? We all good. No, for real. I'm not trying to gas y'all up. We all good. Like, we got hearts. Like, just imagine what we did to go get high. Can you imagine being that loyal to something that ain't loyal to you at all? That means we got it in us. The only problem is, we was hanging out with people who took advantage of us, man. They took advantage of our kindness and our loyalty. Because there was some work that we needed to do. And what we didn't understand is that we're not going to get the life that we want until we do the work for it. So I'm here to tell you. The cat back here in the back, man, he didn't just happen to work here. No, man. And I didn't watch him go through some stuff, just like he watched me go through some stuff. Let me tell y'all what I'm going through right now. I recognize this, it ain't me. I'm about to say God, and I also recognize that some of y'all are not going to like that. Okay. I didn't like it either. I told you I shook my fist at God. I was mad. Look at the parents he gave me. 1989, I told you that was my first meeting, man. Well, I couldn't stay out of jail. 19 years old. Couldn't stay out of jail, man. Couldn't stop getting high. All of that. Man. Started going to meetings. And when I was in jail, this preacher came through. He told the story, man. And it's just, maybe I was just in a place where I needed to believe something because I didn't have nothing. He told the story, man. And I was like, that guy got the answer. So I went up to him. I said, hey, man, what do I need to do, man? He said, man, get saved, man. I said, okay. What do I do? He showed me. I'm not trying to turn this into nothing else. I'm just telling you my story. Damn. I wish I could tell y'all, I was walking on water and all that. No, but I got saved back then. And it wasn't enough. I'm not saying it's so bad. I'm just saying it wasn't enough, like, to keep me from falling. I was cool for 7 years, but I'm going to tell you where I'm going with all of this. I just found out 3 days ago, man, he's in the same jail, man, that he's in the same jail in Michigan that he came in to save me. Now he's in it. And I'm going to tell y'all this. He's in there for the stuff. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? He's in there for that. And I already shared with y'all when I was 9 years old. So now let me tell you about the program and how it kicked in. I found out that inside of me was some insecurity because of things that had happened in my past, like trauma. This dude who set me on this path to God is in jail for the same stuff that happened to me back then. And my first knee-jerk reaction was, good. I'm glad you in there. That's what I was thinking. And then, because he didn't do anything to me, but then I got to thinking, I can't stay connected to no program if I got animosity in me. And how am I going to work my way through this situation that happened? Because see, I can't undo what happened, but you know what I can do? I can move forward and not let it stop me. And so this guy being in there for what he's in there for, I'm like, they not going to give him no act right in there. They probably going to do him bad in there, because that's what we would do. Am I?
What would you?
Child molestation.
Well, I'm not saying that. What would you do to? I mean, would you pray for him?
Let me get to it. In the beginning, so that knee-jerk part of me, then I got to thinking, that dude needs help, man. He needs help. And in me coming to a place where I recognize that he needs help, guess what I ended up getting help with, y'all? Y'all with me? My own stuff. I felt led to go to Michigan to try to see this guy and to try to encourage him. Because there's one thing that I do know, because I've been in jail, and I don't know if anybody else been in jail. People need to hear about God in jail too. Especially, I don't know what his situation is going to be or how it's going to go. But at the end of the day, I felt compelled to go there just to remind him that God has given him a purpose. Whether where it's at or where he ends up doing it, and it helped me. Now, I didn't get a chance to see him. Sergeant came out, and I explained to her, I'm like, he's the one that led me to God, and, I just drove 3 hours from Indiana, and I just really want to try to encourage him. She was like, we don't do that. Everything's on tablets now, and, ain't no, y'all done messed it up. We can't get paper in the jail no more. Some of y'all have done that. You can't even get paper in the jail no more. You got to be on a postcard. How you going to get long-winded on a postcard? But I'm just saying, man. But see, it wasn't about that. Let me tell you what it was about. It was about taking something from back here that I normally would have used to do what? Oh, man. Yeah, bro. So, this ain't about removing what we've been through. This is about using what we've been through to literally get better. And what else? Help each other. Now, it's our purpose. It turns out, one thing about purpose is, it's the high that I was looking for when I was trying to get high. Do you get that? It's the buzz. It's a natural buzz. And it's an amazing buzz. Ain't no side effects. Just trying to do right, man. I ain't talking about walking on water. Just trying to do right. And even though I don't like that situation, that's where I'm at. And then, of course, Greg would would text me like, "Hey, Nate, you want to come up here and speak?" Of course. Because this really ain't about me. I'm getting help. This is about you. And guess one of the things that addicts all have in common, we are all selfish, self-seeking, and self-serving. And getting high is the most selfish thing that we could ever do. My mind told me, I ain't hurt nobody. I ain't hurt nobody but just me. Where you at? Come on, y'all. Let's do it. All right, the whole room. That's right. All right, so let me say this. So I had that thought, and then it was the biggest lie I ever told myself. Because imagine this. Just think about this. While I was high, some people that I never was around? My kids. I never got high and went to work. I'm just saying I did. All the time that I spent using out there in the streets, like I literally was around people. There might be some of in here that if you get into a situation with them, it's going to be some real friction. So I literally put my life on the line. I overdosed 3 times. Anybody else 3 times? Okay. How about more than 3? Where you at? Okay. All right. Well, how about this? This should get everybody. How many people in this room know you're not supposed to be sitting in this seat right here? Okay, I'm in the right place. So that's where I'm at. Like, that's what I'm going through. So that's what the program's like, helping me to face. He was a runner. I ain't faced nothing. I just run to the door. Being female first, you know, and the type of females that I picked, it's probably the same kind you picked. You know what I mean? Like, like broken, messed up, you know, crazy. What's that word? No, I don't cuss no more. You can cuss, but what's the bat? Crazy? Bat? Shit. Okay. Anybody else like them a lot? Okay, right. Okay, right. Anybody in here been to jail behind a couple of them?
My actions, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, they asked like a bunch of people that was in jail. It's like, they got to the exact nature of why they was in there. You know what it all had to do with? You know, drugs, all that, but, it was a female. So, I'm grateful that the program taught me how to stand on these two, and I actually got a dog. I got to live alone. Got a dog there, and, my greatest fear, and this is what the program showed me, my greatest fear is I did not want to be by myself, man. Where you at? In fact, watch this. Just to let you know, we the same. The females that I picked, the ones that was bat crazy, they always made a vow, and guess what it was? I ain't never gonna leave you. That was the qualification. It's like, what do I gotta do to qualify? It's like, well, they're about to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff to you. You gonna leave me? No. Come on. The problem with that type of person is it seemed like they the ones that always get away with everything, and I always end up getting jammed up. Can I tell you that one of them slid a pistol in my truck and then called the police on me and told me that this guy is a felon and he ain't supposed to have pistols, and I ended up facing 14 years.
I love him.
Well.
Feel that point.
So and the other thing, and these are like back to back. I had a guy that was walking me through the process. And we don't really, I thought we was cool or whatever. Man, this dude ended up, the female that I was gonna get married to, she was crazy too, now that I think about it. But anyways, they about to get married. I did hear what I said, right? Yeah. So that would be like, me and you, we start working together. You get out, you're like, hey, Nate, man, I heard what you were saying, man. Hey, come on, let's work together, man. It's like, show me what you did. And I'm like, okay, let's go through the steps, this, that, whatever. We do the work, and, I don't know, bam, we meet somewhere, and somebody I'm with pop up, and all of a sudden I introduce you, and it's like, okay, cool, and I might talk to you one day, because this ain't no, oh, Nate, man, I need your help. No, we need each other's help. I'm leaning on y'all right now by talking to y'all about what I'm going through, you understand? That's how it works. It ain't no this, that don't work like that. We work together, and then, bam, me and you, we get cool, and all of a sudden, me and her, we break up for whatever reason, and then, bam, I'm like, and then she called me your name 3 times. And I'm like, why did you call me his name? Oh, it was a mistake. And all of a sudden, I find out you and her about to get married. And you can't even tell me the truth. Now, let me tell you about the beauty behind that. That's where I'm at right now. It showed me 2 things about me that still need work. And I felt it in this room. One is jealousy. The other one is envy. I don't really want her no more. But guess what? I don't want him to have her either. So the program, instead of it being this dramatic situation, because I know y'all thinking what I'm thinking. My mind said, I'm about to whoop him.
Do him.
I'm about to whoop him in front of this meeting. I'm about to whoop him in front of everybody in this, I'm just saying. I know I wasn't the only one who thought that. I know. It's like, oh man, I done got it. And some of us have got it, man. Put your hands up. And okay, all right. You was with somebody that was that crazy, and then she messed around with somebody else, and you beat him up. Where you at? Oh, we're in the right place. Yeah. We crazy. But it's okay. I don't think they give you a crazy check. You gotta do whatever. But listen, you can manage. We can manage this kind of, and you know how the best way to manage it is by not getting wrapped up in situations like that. But first things first, man. I gotta learn how to live life without no dope. I'm not here to tell you to walk on water. I ain't here to tell you to not be getting whatever. I'm here to tell you you can live a life where you, no matter what happens, you don't gotta get high. I'm telling you that. There ain't nothing about anybody in here that's making me think, it ain't gonna work for you. No, it'll work for anybody to do it. Period. And the only difference is the people it don't work for the people that don't do the work. So if you're in here and you're not gonna do the work, I'm gonna still hug you. But I already know where you're coming from. You just ain't ready. I wasn't. That's okay. But let me tell you what I picked up in this group. Everybody in this room who has put their hands up has practiced a spiritual principle without you even knowing it. That's how amazing this program is. Everybody who put their hands up got honest. And guess what? Honesty is a spiritual principle to recover. People who are dishonest do not stay clean. We just don't. If I got something slick going on and I'm, shooting moves or whatever, I'm not gonna like how I feel on the inside. I can't look at you in your eyes. The dude that I'm telling you about, wow, man. I actually feel bad for him. Because he's not being honest. See, we got to work an honest program. Look, I'm not talking about walking on water. I'm talking about becoming more honest. If I got something going on that I can't get honest about, guess what? I probably shouldn't be on it, man. I'm grateful that I'm an addict, y'all. What's wrong with you, dude? I'm going to tell you what. Because until I admit what the problem is, I will never be able to see what the solution is. And this is a one day at a time type of a program. Everybody in here can do it. And it's real simple. You don't got to put 100% of the energy that you use to go get dope to do this. 20%. Make a commitment to yourself, man. I'm going to hug you, man. When you say, Nate, man, I said it and I did it. I'm going to hug you, but you know what I'm going to tell you? You did it. You did it, man. I'm grateful to be in here. So we got about 8 minutes left. Before we close down, does anybody have any questions about anything? Yes, sir.
I think it has to be security.
Very good. Great question. I did the work, and so anytime you hear somebody say work, this is what they're talking about. I had to sit down, man. I had to sit down with a piece of paper and begin writing. And it came out. But guess who showed me what to write? Say it. God. Turns out, I didn't know what I needed to write. So I had to turn my phone off, get my notebook. Look, let me tell you how arrogant I was. God was like, Nate, man, just Okay, watch, y'all ready? Here it is. Whatever's eating your lunch, put it down. Catch that? Whatever's still messing with you, whoever you still mad at, whoever you ain't forgiven, whoever you got a resentment against, whatever you mad, who, person, place, thing, whatever, put it down. What ended up happening was, as I finally start seeing these patterns, the insecurity was, okay, I'm insecure. What's going to make me feel better? A bad, crazy female, because what do? They stroke your ego. Don't they? Don't they tell you how great you are? And then what do? You give them what they want. So now I wouldn't be eyeballing a crazy female like that if I was able to learn how to be okay alone. And that's the solution. See, my greatest fear was to be alone. But the only way I'm going to overcome being insecure is I actually stand on me. And I listen to me, y'all. We men, so I'm just saying, I stand on me. Now, I need help. I'm not saying I don't, but I pay my bills. Me and my dog, I'm just saying, I go to work, do what I need to do. Usually, I would, I'm just getting something out of that crazy relationship, bro. And I had to be willing to take a look at it. So that's the simplest. Yes, sir.
I'm on my 90th day tomorrow.
Okay. 89 days, no fronts. Go ahead.
And I'm just going to start redirecting my thinking. So I understand what you're talking about. You have to redirect your thoughts completely. Things that were hard are starting to get easier. But the question I got is, how do you make it where the problems actually go away?
That ain't gonna never happen. I'm sorry. But problems ain't never gonna go away. It's just life. It's a part of it. The problems going away is not really the solution. The solution is, how do I face the problem? Yeah, how do I face it? And so, first things first, I face it. The biggest problem I got. Guess what that is? Well, if I'm here, what's the biggest problem I got? That's the biggest elephant in the room for all of us. If we can face that by accepting it, then the rest of them ain't nothing. Hold on, bro. Greg?
Name Greg.
Greg.
I'd like you to do me a favor and reiterate what you just talked about that void, that hole in our spirit that we try to fill with dope, with possessions, with homes, cars, jobs, women, and about what can fill that spiritual void, and about the difference between belief and faith.
That's a lot. I'm going to say this. One thing that I had, and it might not be you, is I was really missing something. Like when I got high, I did not recognize what was missing in me. That's why I kept getting high, because I didn't want to face how it was inadequate. And so, turns out, something does fit in that spot. But see, there was a bunch of stuff that I had from my past. And those things were literally driving me towards these type of females and driving me towards, I gotta go get some money, or I gotta hang out with these type of people, or I gotta go do this, I gotta shoot it, move will come to me, I gotta shoot it. At the end of the day, if I focus on where we are right now, I focus on how do I just stay clean for one day. I love Greg. All of what he's saying, that's going to come. He got 200 years clean or something like that. All of that's going to come. But I'm going to say, right now, one thing is job number one. What do I need to do to stay clean today? No matter what. Just today. Yes, sir.
I I just had a quick question, man. I'm glad you come up here, I love listening to you speak. So where's your, you said in Detroit, where you're based out of now, where's your home network at?
Anderson, I live right here. I live right here, and if y'all cats, if you come here, I'm gonna see you. I bounce around to a lot of the meetings.
You ever go to Progress House?
Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but old boy just overdosed the other day. Now, I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the answer is yes. All over, bro. Listen.
I'll see you there. Meeting maybe.
Yeah.
I like listening to you, man.
Thank you, brother. All right. Anybody else got anything else? Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Greg, what are we doing?
My name's Greg.
Greg.
Somebody's gonna read this for today.
I'm gonna add it. Just for today, tell yourself, my thoughts will be on my recovery, living and flowing life without these